Hello, dear friends of the Mindful Parenting channel. You are the ones who deeply embody the principle. To help your child change, you must first change yourself. To guide them into becoming better, we parents must truly strive to become better versions of ourselves. Friends, what we fear the most isn't hardship, struggle, exhaustion, or even failure. What we fear is letting go of the false self we've spent our entire lives carefully crafting and protecting. To some degree, more or less, all of us live out of alignment with who we truly are. Sometimes we don't fully understand our true identity. Sometimes we confuse it, and at times, we simply refuse to accept who we really are. That's when we start living in denial, deceiving ourselves about who we are, what we have, and what we're truly doing with our lives. So the question isn't just, am I deceiving myself? But rather, how deeply does that deception run, and how much does it shape my life? This, my friends, is the shadow of dignity, a construct of ego, a self-made illusion that we've painted as our most sacred value. But in truth, is it truly noble, or is it just a shadow blocking the path to change? Let me tell you a story titled, I Cannot Be a Failure. Once upon a time, there were two beggars sitting under a withered old tree, staring out at a black, stinking canal that flowed through a filthy, crumbling slum. They were utterly exhausted after a long day wandering from one alleyway to another. In the morning, they stood at the gates of luxurious malls, hoping for spare change from the wealthy. By noon, they lingered around local markets asking vendors for leftover food. In the afternoon, they shuffled through the bus station, crowded with travelers from the countryside. Then ambled around university gates and hospital entrances. By evening, they wandered near rowdy beer stalls filled with shouting and chaos, waiting for scraps and dodging fists. Now, they sat, drained. They needed to rest, to count what they'd collected, to decide what to eat and where to sleep before dawn pushed them back into that same routine. The younger beggar sat quietly, focused on sorting the scraps they had gathered. His face was calm, neither hopeful nor bitter. The older one leaned back against the tree, arms limp, gaze hollow, his voice heavy with weariness as he spoke. Life just keeps getting harder. This begging business. It's torture. What do I have to show for all those nights on cold park benches or hard sidewalks? What came of dodging cops, being chased from town to town, not knowing where the next meal would come from, or being sneered at by everyone I passed? The younger beggar said nothing. Why even bother counting it? The older one scoffed, eyeing his friend. There's barely anything there. The younger man continued, sorting his scraps in silence. Then came the breaking voice again. What is this life? Always running, always in shame, always less than others. After a long sigh, the younger beggar finally spoke. If it's that terrible, why don't you find something else to do? The old beggar suddenly shot upright. He stared at his companion, his voice firm, offended, even trembling. What? You think I should quit this job? Change careers? You want me to admit to the world that I'm a failure? That's cowardice, he snapped. That's not who I am. I'm a professional beggar. I have pride. I'd rather endure every hardship than fail at my chosen path. I cannot be a failure. Now pause. You might laugh at this man, but wait, before you do, take a look around. Many people do you know who constantly complain about their jobs, toxic environments, low pay, no recognition, constant pressure. They hate it, but they stay because leaving would mean admitting, I chose wrong. And many, just like the older beggar, hold on not because it brings dignity or joy, but because they fear what others might think if they walk away. If you too are clinging to a false identity, convincing yourself you've arrived, ask yourself, is this truth or is it delusion? Because maybe, just maybe, the thing holding back your growth is you. So challenge your beliefs, see your life clearly for what it is, and then either accept it fully or gather the courage to change it. At Mindful Parenting Channel, we'll be sharing more stories like this, stories that might sting, but they cut through illusion and point you back to your truth. Painful? Yes, but it's the necessary pain of awakening. So, friends, what do you think of this story? Leave your comment, share your thoughts, pass it on if it moved you. Every comment, every share is encouragement. It helps this message reach the people who need it most. Till next time, take care, bye-bye.